Hello fellas, Frankie Day here. Okay guys, this is video 3 of a winter build of my Italeri 1/72 scale short Sunderland flying boat, affectionately dubbed as Old Porcupine. Okay guys, Porcupine is almost done. I should have her finished tomorrow. As promised for video 2 that I'll post another video, construction video of it, and before the final reveal takes place. But I've got the plane completely painted, washed, everything. I still got some small parts put on it. I got a little more, just a hint more weathering to do, and not very much because I don't want to overdo it. It's weathered enough, believe me, it is. And those washers make this thing stand out real nice. Okay guys, an overall view of the kit. I'd highly recommend that for anybody who likes to build flying boats, or even have a Sunderland in your collection, or just to look at. It supersedes the Airfix kit in a lot of ways, but I'm quite favorable to the Airfix kit because I grew up with it, and it still holds its weight in gold as an old ancient kit as it is. And it's not too bad of a kit. The Airfix kit, the only difference is between the Italeri kit opposed to both is that the portholes are just a little bigger on the Airfix kit, but they don't take away from the airplane itself because it's a beautiful looking airplane. Both flying boats, I say the short Sunderland is my favorite because she's a very beautiful airplane and she's a true extreme flying boat, to say the least. And the short Sunderland flying boat was the arch rival, the predecessor to the Empire class sea boats, and the Cornelius and the Centaur, and a bunch out there that was named with the letter C. That's why they call it the class C boats. And the short the short Empire flying boat was designed by Short Brothers, and they actually, what it is almost like a short Sunderland, except that on the fuselage, forward of the fuselage, is a little different opposed to the short Sunderland. And they're a beautiful flying boat, and they use them in India, and they use them in Calcutta, and they use them as just like the clippers that we used during the 1930s, like the 214, the 314 clippers, and the China clippers, and the rest, the Siskorskis. And so the short Sunderland was a very valued airplane. It was worth its weight in gold. And she was a very beautiful airplane, and she did her job very, very well. And the short Sunderland was very brave. It could take on fighters, bombers, without a whimper. And she was heavily armed. And she had a hell of a range. I imagine she had a range about a couple thousand miles. And so she was more or less used as the coastal command to escort convoys to make sure they ain't torpedoed by U-boats. Also they hunted for U-boats. And if any U-boats in sight, they fly to them and drop some mines or bomb them and sink them to Davy Jones' locker. And so they make quite certain that the convoy will get through without fuss. Okay guys. On the Italeri kit, it has full interior, and for the love of life of me, as viewed from the first video, before I buttoned up the fuselage, they didn't complete the decks, and also there's another deck that fits above, and goes aft where the gunners can go up to, and the catwalk up there. So this thing is pretty well detailed all the way from midships of the airplane to forward. And she's a beautiful looking flying boat, and I really enjoy it. And so we're going to take the camera and swing around and take a look at the short Sunderland. Okay guys, there she is sitting on a brand new man I just bought. And right here you can tell that it's painted with extra dark sea gray, with extra dark slate gray, and the camo on it One thing about the slate gray is it's very fade, but that's the paint, guys. That's how she looked. I seen a lot of Sunderlands that were on YouTube and also on the internet that showed the the green was kind of dark, like a dark green, like they used, like the RAF used on their bombers. But the Sunderland flying boats and also the Whitley bombers, coastal command aircraft, they always were painted extra dark sea gray with extra dark slate gray. And underneath it, it has the sky color. And later on, they went ahead and used light gray. And we'll swing this thing around. I should have had a Lady Susan, but I got that PVM flying boat, fellas. It's more or less taking charge of that for now. But I got to find a spot to put that Sunderland. I mean that PVM, so I can be able to review this on the final reveal, so I can twirl it around so you guys take a look at it. As of now, I got to twirl this thing manually so you'll be able to get the overall perspective and the view of the kit. It's real nice, guys. I really enjoyed this flying boat. It's a beautiful airplane. I've got a lot of hours of this thing, guys. I spent almost 11 hours last night painting this thing up. It took a long time. No worms are done, all freehand. I got some worms I made out of that red clay that they gave me as Gillows kits, and they more or less leave a red residue on the plastic, so I don't like that. I said my hand's pretty steady, so I'm going to be able to just go ahead and just go ahead and do it freehand like I always do. Okay, turn around this side. We review the starboard side of the fuselage. It was actually done equally well as the port side. So you got some more, guys. There you go. And this is a beautiful airplane. For 1/72 scale, Porcupine is pretty good size. Now I got a lot of parts to do on this thing. I have a lot of small parts, gang. Excuse me. I got the antennae. What comes up like this, and also on the side. That's why they call it Porcupine, is because all that antennae up there, and plus this thing has a lot of protection on it. These things are used in combat zones. Unlike our flying boats, they were kept out of the combat zone, so we can use them as transports, and also use them as medevacs, and also use them as utility aircraft and rescue. But they more or less were kept out of harm's way. But these here flying boats, these Sunderlands and the Soylents, and they were used in a combat zone. They weren't bashful. I mean, the RAF was not bashful. I mean, they went in there tooth and nail to defeat the Nazi foe, and they didn't care. They went in there to kick some ass. And Short Sunderland, the old Porcupine, can do the job. And a lot of crews really love this airplane. This airplane is almost like a home to them. As like our flying boats, it has a galley, and they got watches they stand during 12-hour flights. They got watches that they are being relieved. The cook or the buoy tender down there will go ahead and prepare a meal and make sure everybody's got a nice, good, hot, sporty hot cup of tea or coffee or cocoa, or candy bars, some sandwiches, anything to keep the guys alert, keep them fed, keep them alert. Because 12 hours on an airplane is a long time, fellas. And so you guys got to have some kind of a break or something like that to be able to keep alert. Okay, guys, we're going to take a look at the other side of this thing. The other side is done equally well as the top side. There you can see the detail done to this thing. The sky undersides was used, But later on, they went ahead and painted it all white and got rid of the sky and started putting light gray on it. And just left it white undersides. And on top of the hull, the bottom portion of the hull, and this portion here, to the step, and always forward to the plane, were painted dark gray. And so most of them were used, some were even black in some cases. So she's pretty much done this entirety, guys. I got antennae I got to put on this thing. I got to put the cockpit, paint it, and mask paint that and put it on there. And the same thing is done with the turrets. And we'll back off a bit more. Swing around so you guys can get another look at it. It's kind of hard to judge this thing, fellas. I'm looking at a monitor. It's about 2 inches, about 3 inches long, 2 by 4 inches long, but. And you can see that sky, it looks real nice over it. And I enjoy painting the sky on it. As you can see, I've been pretty busy with this thing. I got to give a wash on the undercarriage. The undercarriage is optional. We use a paint schedule on it. Some are gray. Some were black, some were red, some were yellow, and some were just natural aluminum. Okay, there she is, fellas. The mighty short Sunderland flying boat. Old Porcupine. So I got props put on, clear parts put on, paint same. Antenna I put on, they photo etch. And I got the Ahoy antenna, which fits underneath the wing. It comes out on port starboard part of the wings. And there she is, guys. I also got assembled the door in open position. And I got a couple 1/72 scale figures. I'm thinking about doing the same thing on this one and see if I can be able to put a crew in there before I close up the canopy. Okay, guys, I'm going to swing this video to yours truly here and finish up the video and discuss what I'll be doing. Okay, here I is, gentlemen. Here I is, in the flesh. Yeah, a little too far away. Here I am. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start getting started on Martin Lammett's. He's going to be the master of ceremonies on the Messerschmitt 410 buddy build. And I got my entry. I haven't entered it on YouTube, but I will do that before I get started on it. It's 1/72 scale. It's rather small, but like I say, I was ready to get me a monogram one, but I can't find one. I guess they don't make them no more. I seen them floating around eBay, and I was kind of digging around my ever vast stash pile of goodies, and I ran into that 1/72 scale kit by Lindbergh. Looks like I think that's an old AMT frog kit. And it's pretty well detailed for its size, you know, for the scale. So I'll make it work for Martin's 410 Messerschmitt 410 buddy build, group build. So I got that shaking. So I'll make an entry in that probably by tomorrow. And right now I'm saying I'm gonna let Porcupine dry. Let the washers dry and also the paints dry, aroma free. And tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the antenna I put on this thing and finish up the build. And that'll be it. Okay, guys, that's about all I can think of right now. I've been thinking about bringing something else out of the closet here I can start working on. And I've got a lot of stuff calling on me. That doggone gorge fork right there has been calling on me. That big old ship I showed you. That's the only thing. I got enough darn ships to work on now. I got to get done. I'm going to start on another one. That's foolish. And Titanic over there is calling on me. Got to get her all finished up. And I got this 410 destroyer. So I got time to do these guys. Okay, guys, that'll be how it does it for this evening right here. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and keep your comments coming. I really enjoy your comments. I'm very deeply sorry, guys, I haven't commented back Because I've been working on these things, working on my job and stuff, it's kind of kept me away. But I just got to keep on touch, keep on top of everything, and so I won't fall behind. And I'll answer back to you guys. I will. I promise I will. Okay, guys, this is Frankie Day signing off. May God bless, make Mama happy, and please subscribe. Happy modeling, and I'll catch you tomorrow for the inbox review. My entry for Mr. Martin Lammett's Measurement 410 Buddy Group build, and I'll probably drag something else out of the closet build too, because this thing will be done tomorrow. Okay, guys, so stay tuned for the final reveal tomorrow, and also that video on the Measurement 410. Okay, guys, this is Frankie Day signing off. God bless you guys. Make Mama happy again, and I'm out of here. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. So stay tuned for those 2 videos, more fellas. Bye, gentlemen.